Why for the lady? Where she said, where she said, where she said.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm gonna be coming to you with a hair video, but first of all I want to start off by saying, you know how when it's like you're talking to somebody about maybe a career path or something, just something that maybe they don't really know about or they don't share the same interests, and it just feels as if you're just talking and talking and talking, and nobody really understands you. So for the past couple of months, that's exactly how I felt. Like all the time I just keep feeling so awkward being on my hair journey and just always being in my hair, because everywhere I go people's always like, man, you're always in your hair, or you do so much to your hair, or whatever, because most people just generally don't care too much about their hair, especially like where I'm from. Most people just don't care about their hair, and when they see me doing stuff they're like, you're doing the most and it's just really unnecessary or something, or when I'm talking about something they're like, yeah, whatever. So this week I signed up on Hairlista, and if y'all don't know, Hairlista is a forum. It's a blog page for people that's on a hair journey, or where people just meet up from all over the world and they share their regimen and stuff like that, basically just motivate each other. A lot of us have YouTube channels, so we watch each other's videos and just keep current with each other. But it's like, I don't know, it just feels good to be talking to people that understand what you're talking about when you say like HHJ or something like that, and we're talking in hair language and everybody's like so excited about what you have to share. Like, it's really amazing. So that out the way, today I'm gonna be doing a 3-part video, but this is gonna be part 1, of course, on basically just some basic stuff that I think everybody should know before deciding to go on a hair journey. I feel like everybody should know this basic information because it really does help with the process. It helps in terms of, it helps you to save money, because you won't go out just buying products that you see maybe I show a product and say I use this product, and then you're not just gonna run and go get that product because you see me get good results from it, because maybe me and you don't have the same hair type or hair texture or whatever. So there's certain things that I think if you know before you start your hair journey, it will help you to be it just avoids making certain mistakes that I made, because I made a lot of mistakes when I just started my hair journey, because I was basically just watching YouTube videos and just pretty much being a copycat. Everything I see them talk about, say, I swear by this product, it makes my hair feel this type of way. Then I go get it and then I don't get such great results, and I'm wondering why. And then it's through trial and error and then me doing my own research that I realized I have a certain type of hair and things of that nature. So alright guys, so first off I'll be reading, so if you see me looking down various times in the video, just know that it's because I'm reading. Alright, so when a person talks about porosity, they're talking about how well a person's hair is able to absorb and to retain moisture. So let me find this page. Man. Alright, so there are various ways to test porosity in your hair. The first one is you can do a strand test. That is where you basically get a bowl of water or whatever, just get a container of water and then get a few strands from your hair. Make sure that the strands are not greasy and make sure that they are not wet, because if it's greasy it's just going to float on top naturally, and if it is wet it's already saturated with water, so it's going to sink too quickly. Alright, so you get that clean hair, put it in the water, and then if the hair sinks below 2 minutes, in less than 2 minutes the hair just sinks down to the bottom, that means that your hair, you have high porosity hair. If in 2 minutes it's still like floating, and then after like maybe an extra like minute or so, 2 to 3 minutes, then it sinks, then you have normal hair. And then if that hair strand is just floating on top for an abnormally long period of time, that means that you have low porosity hair. Another way to test it is to do a mist test. That is, you just pull out a section of your hair, spray water on it from a distance. You know, you're not gonna hold it right here and just spray it on it. You're gonna spray it from a distance, and if the hair just the water just kind of beads up on your hair and it doesn't absorb in it or whatever, that means that it's low porosity. If when you spray it on, it's just absorbed really quickly, you know, it's high porosity. And if it sits there on your hair for a while but then it's absorbed, that's normal hair. Another way is you can do the slide test. That is just you take a strand of hair and you slide your hand going upwards towards your roots, and if it feels kind of rough and just coarse, then you know you have high porosity hair, which is probably damaged. And if it's a smooth ride going up, then it's probably low porosity. Alright, for low porosity hair, qualities that come with it is that hair type is resistant to moisture, and the cuticles on the hair is closed. Products just sit on top of your hair. It does not absorb color or treatments very easily. Water beads up on the hair. Hair takes a long time to dry, and it looks healthy, but it doesn't have much elasticity. Yes, elasticity. It sounds like a tongue twister. But anyways, it don't stretch much and it's prone to breakage. So ways to take care of this type of hair, and this is my hair type. I have low porosity hair, so there is a lot of tips and tricks that you can use to get around, you know, learning how to take care of your hair once you know what type of porosity you have. Alright, so how to take care of low porosity hair. One, you have to use heat to open the cuticles for treatment. That is, you don't have to like flat iron your hair. I mean, if you oil your scalp, you can try the greenhouse effect, which is you basically just take a plastic bag or maybe a steam cap, just any plastic thing. It works better with a plastic bag, to be honest, because you can tie it really tight. You tie it down on your hair, and then it basically creates some form of heat, and when you touch it you can feel it. It's not going to be like scorching hot, but it's going to have some type of heat to it, and then that will open up your cuticles and allow your hair strands to open up and absorb the oil that you just placed on your hair. Similarly, of course, if you're doing whatever type of treatment, a deep conditioning treatment, protein treatment, whatever, you can do the same bagging method, and the product will be easier. It will be easier for the product to be absorbed by your strands. Also, if you have a hooded dryer, you can sit under a hooded dryer for like 15 minutes or so just to get that heat, whatever you can do to get some indirect heat. Two, it's best to use lighter products like argan oil or grapeseed oil versus like castor oil or olive oil that's, you know, heavier. So for people with low porosity hair, because you have so much, the products just sit on your hair, it's going to cause buildup. So you don't want buildup, because that's going to prevent your hair from growing. It's going to make your hair weigh down, and it's going to cause breakage. So you want to use lighter products and try to do the steaming method, where the products are absorbed rather than just sitting on top of your hair. Because then what happens is each time you go in and you're adding products, you're putting products on top of old products, because those old products were not absorbed, they were just sitting there. So that leads into tip number 3, is to reduce buildup by getting more frequent washes. So if you have low porosity hair, it's not wise to get your hair washed maybe once every 2 weeks, because you're just not going to be able to get rid of all the buildup in that period of time. So it's advised to maybe wash your hair once a week and then do a co-wash midweek. That's what I do. Some people wash their hair a few times a week, but I really don't feel like that's necessary. But everybody's hair is different, so if you feel like your hair needs to be washed a few times a week, then go for it. And then if you have high porosity hair, which is the hair that just absorbs everything just really fast, but it does not retain anything. So it will absorb the water really fast, but then in no time your hair will be dry as a chip. So that being said, other qualities of high porosity hair is it absorbs too much moisture, but it is unable to retain it. It looks and feels dull and dry. It's generally damaged and over processed with torn cuticles. It tangles easily, dries quickly, and it tends to be frizzy. So ways to take care of high porosity hair. Egg washes are good for you, and basically protein builds up and strengthens your cuticles. So you probably need to go look up different type of protein treatments and just, you know, alternate and try a few to see what your hair likes. But you should definitely be incorporating some protein treatments into your routine. And then aloe vera gel and coconut oil is great for your hair type, because your hair type needs those heavier products that will be able to, it's gonna be pretty hard to dry out of your hair. So like aloe vera gel, which basically just coats your hair, that's not gonna dry too easily. And then coconut oil, olive oil, those type of oils are heavier oils, castor oil, so those would be great for your type of hair as well. You should use heavier products like versus using a completely water-based moisturizer that's maybe just like very liquidy in consistency. You should probably try using something that's more creamy. And I was looking around because I was trying to look to see if I could see something in my reach to just give you an example, but I can't. And then the last tip is you should deep condition your hair often, because when you deep condition your hair, you allow your hair to really suck up a lot of moisture. So you should deep condition your hair at least once a week, or you can do it twice a week. I wouldn't advise anybody with any type of porosity to really deep condition your hair more than that, because you can have moisture overload, which will cause breakage as well. So you need to make sure, of course, you have a balance between moisture and protein. So don't have your hair feeling soft and then go do a moisturizing conditioner. Don't go do a deep conditioner when your hair is already feeling like it's too moisturized. So even though I'm saying you should be moisturizing and deep conditioning often, you know your hair, so you can feel it and you can feel if it really needs it. So that's just a tip to say deep conditioning will help to, you know, keep your hair feeling moist. So those are my tips on hair porosity. I hope if you did not know what hair porosity is, I hope this video really made it clear for you, and I hope by watching this you definitely know what type of porosity your hair is, and I hope you learned something, at least one thing that you didn't know. If you like this video, as usual, I would like you to give it a thumbs up, and I would love if you would subscribe to my channel. Look out for the other videos. The next video will be on hair texture, so look out for it, guys. Bye.
Make me dance on. That's the way you move, that's something to me. I have to hold on strong. The giant up by scrutiny.